Have you ever wondered what it takes to run one of the biggest e-commerce websites in the UK? The Next website and apps handle over 25 million visits every single week and operate in over 80 countries worldwide. Wow, so we cover such a huge range of countries.
We definitely do, yeah.
To understand how a website like this really operates, I'll be spending a day with our data teams in e-commerce. And just to confirm, the LLM is?
Generative AI.
This is a chance to meet the teams behind all those clicks. Send.
So this is going primarily to the trade team.
I'm ready to get stuck in. Let's take it on. Hi.
Hello.
Is it Adrienne?
It is, yes. Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm Ellie. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, of course. Welcome to e-commerce.
I know, I'm really excited to get stuck in. But can you start by telling me what is e-com?
Yeah, well, we look after everything on site, on app, email. So we've got loads of different departments going on in here. We've got our trade team, marketing, international team, our TP. We've got UX, systems, data, everything you can think of that would help feed the website.
Yeah, lots of teams.
Yes.
And where exactly do you fall? What's your job?
I'm a data scientist. I'm part of the data science team.
Amazing. And what exactly does that do?
Well, me personally look after the intelligent recommendations ribbons, which we will take a look at, just to go into a bit more detail about what they are.
Amazing. And what are we doing first today?
We've got some requests that are coming from trade, so we're going to take a look at those first this morning.
Nice. You're going to come show me now?
Yes.
Let's go. Okay, so what are we doing here?
So I look after the intelligent recommendations ribbons on our TP sites.
Okay, will you explain to me what that is?
Yes, so if we open up this PDP on Jules, so this jumper, the ribbons that you get here, so we've got, you may also like, we've got customers also bought for Jules. I work on the algorithms that feeds the items that appear in there, the order they appear, so yeah.
Now, you said TP a couple times.
Yes.
What is that?
So we have a number of TP sites, it stands for Total Platforms. So, for example, we've got Reese, the Reese website, we've got Jules that we have here, we have Gap, and yeah, we've got a number of others that we look after. We want to think about realistically how we're going to find the items that are best related to the item we're looking at.
Yeah.
So we take into account things like customer purchase data, viewing data, add to bag data, and we also have a number of business rules. So we have quite a few requests that come through from trade, which we can take a look at in a minute, that help us kind of design the ribbons best suited to what the TP client prefers.
Makes sense. So what is the objective here? So obviously, like you say, you're seeing a lot of similarities between the two. So what is your objective for the customer?
So the reasoning behind why we might want to limit what items we see on a PDP is potentially to kind of promote a current range or promote anything that is, it may be potentially trade have looked at the PDP and been like, this isn't kind of showing what we'd want. We want to kind of push the kind of festive theme onto site, so we'll get a number of different requests just to make the odd tweaks to the algorithms, just so it looks more to how the client expects it to be.
Okay, makes sense. This is also interesting. I mean, from your perspective and what you're seeing doing these ribbons, what kind of impact do you see that this has on the overall profit and the intake on site?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I mean, how our algorithms work, because they are through customer data and like the behaviour we have on site, when it's very data driven, we do get quite a good amount of revenue, good amount of conversion rate through our recommendations ribbons. Now, when we make a change like this, we get a request through from trade. If it's quite a substantial change to the ribbon, we will often do what we call an A/B test. So we will set 50% of our customers will see how the algorithm currently is, 50% will see the new variant. We normally test for around 28 days, and then we'll review how they've done against one another.
Okay, so can I have a little dive in and have a play around with this?
Yeah, of course, please.
Amazing.
So if we scroll just up, all we need to do is toggle that this is for our Jojo Yumi also likes. So we just need to point that to the ribbon that we've just changed. So if you just scroll up a little bit higher.
Oh, I've gone down.
So all we need to do is run our ribbon.
So I just press the play button here?
Yep.
Oh, something's happening.
Yep. And we should watch, hopefully, the
Drum roll.
output's going to load through just now.
Okay, so I'm in the middle of working on ribbons for the site with Adrienne. She's just been taking me through things like algorithms and how they work with stakeholders to essentially upload them and make the changes they need to. It's so interesting, like I'm actually having an impact on some changes that are going to be made to not only the next website, but the brands that we work with as well. So we're making huge changes, which is really exciting. But I'm going to get back to it.
A basic algorithm that goes into recommendations is collaborative filtering. So the idea behind this is if you have purchased a pair of a top and a pair of jeans on site, I've also purchased a top and a pair of jeans on site. Equally, if I was to then go purchase a denim jacket, it's suggesting, oh, for that top and these jeans, that denim jacket is also particularly useful. And obviously, the more relationships we see like that, the higher strength that relationship gets to be. But yeah, what it should do is it should say, okay, the higher the score, the earlier in the ranking it should appear. So we are getting, so yeah, that's great. So what we're seeing here for athletic training shorts, it's saying that the hiking boot should appear in rank 1.
Yeah, I think you've summarised it really well actually, because I think it's so clear to see as well that this data is so crucial to kind of driving your decisions and working with those stakeholders to kind of build what may seem to like the viewer as small changes, but actually they impact such huge decisions, don't they?
Exactly, yeah. And I think when you have the data that backs it up, you're hopefully then giving the customers the most relevant items.
I believe, if I'm right in thinking, this is all done now.
Yeah.
Amazing,
Perfect.
fantastic.
Ready to go.
Yeah, well thank you so much for showing me around. This has been so interesting and so fascinating, seeing all behind the scenes of what goes on the site. But I believe I'm over with Ryan next, is that right?
You are, yes. Ryan's one of our senior web analysts, so just want to slide over.
I will do. Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you.
Hiya.
Hello.
Is it Ryan?
It is, yeah.
Hi Ryan, nice to meet you. I'm Ellie.
Nice to meet you too.
Quite simply, what would you say the biggest difference between what you do and what I've just been doing with data science is?
So in this role we focus a lot on the customer behaviour on the website, how they originally land on the website, or the behaviour that happens within that session, and then through to hopefully placing an order. We're going to be using the data to build a report and some insights, and we're going to head over to the Jamboard to do that.
Nice, okay, let's go. Okay Ryan, what are we starting with first?
For a start, we're going to look through recent trends for one country in particular. One that's caught my eye today is the United Arab Emirates, so the UAE. So this is sort of our main report, so it shows sort of most of our key metrics here. So the main ones that you're interested in is sessions, conversion, revenue, and average order value.
Are you looking for like trends? What kind of things are we looking out for?
Yeah, so mainly trends. So recently in the UAE we had a payday, which is sort of our busiest time of the month. So what I'm going to do, just at a top level, I'm going to look at the number of visits, which is effectively a session, over time, and then also the conversion to see how they sort of trended out over that payday period, and then both before that and after that. So we see here, we see a sort of gradual rise as we approach payday, and then that rise has actually continued post payday.
Why do we need the data? What's it for?
I guess it helps us understand the market, what users are doing, how we can improve, tells us what we're doing well, what we're not doing so well. So it's a real good start point for building some real actionable insights.
I'm really excited. Am I going to get a chance to have a go at this as well and work with you on this one?
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get stuck in. Ryan, what is conversion rate?
So conversion rate in this scenario is quite simply the number of unique sessions we get divided by the number of unique orders we get. So
Okay.
the proportion of users that, or the proportion of sessions that make an order.
Okay, nice, thank you. Ryan and I have been really diving into the data. We've been looking through all of the reports, looking at what sessions are. I now know what a conversion rate is. It's been really interesting to see all the information that the data team have and how they then use that data to inform actionable insights and how that really impacts the wider business. So I'm going to get back into the report. We're nearly done. So I'm going to get cracking and hit the send. Okay, brilliant. So that's all gone off now. So just as a recap, where is this actually going?
So this is going primarily to the trade team.
I mean, it's been so insightful seeing how you can take a graph or a chart and you can turn it into this story that will really help impact the business and the wider team. So thank you for letting me have a look and obviously give this a go myself. I've had a really, really good time. Is it Ree?
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah,
how are you doing?
yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Nice to meet you. I'm Ellie. I'm very well, thank you. Very good. Very excited to see what we're getting up to today.
Yeah, I can't wait to have you spending the day with me.
Yeah, thank you. But first things first, so what is your job title here at Next?
So I'm a senior web analyst in the e-commerce team.
Amazing. And do you think you could kind of explain to me, obviously I've just been with Ryan, but how your jobs differ, but also I imagine are quite similar as well?
Our roles are quite similar. So we both provide data and insights to trade teams. And yeah, I don't know if you've already covered like the regions that he works on, but the trade teams that I work with are slightly different in that sense. So I work with two trade teams. One is the Asia Pacific trade team, who cover countries like Japan, India, Thailand, and then also Australia and New Zealand. And then the other region that I work with is kind of like a load of countries in the rest of the world that don't fit into any of our other regions, and then also America, Canada, and South America too.
Wow, so we cover such a huge range of countries.
We definitely do, yeah.
Wow, okay, well, can't wait to see what we get up to. But so what are we actually going to be doing today?
So today I think we're going to do more of a deep dive into an insight that one of my trade teams has asked for.
Okay.
But first, should we head to the juice bar?
Absolutely. Cool. Let's go.
What are you going
Yeah, I'm going to go for the green juice.
Yeah, 2 green juices, please.
Okay, Marie, so what are we doing now?
Okay, so recently we have gone live with marketing in a new country. So I've been asked by my trade team to have a look at how that's performing so far. So when we launch marketing, we market in 2 different ways. Okay. So we can either market via social media, so things like Facebook, Instagram, things like that, or we can market via paid search. So that's when people would maybe Google something like women's dresses or something like that, and that'll dictate where we sort of show up on the Google like search results list. So what I've been asked to look into is, first of all, whether we're actually getting more sessions onto our website, across like overall, and then also across those 2 specific channels. And then I've also been asked to look into whether the people that are coming in, whether they're actually buying anything, so whether they're converting, as I think Ryan may have mentioned to you earlier.
Yeah, I mean, take me through it, because I see you've got a couple of things up on your screen. So yeah, talk me through like how we would go about doing this.
In terms of the conversion piece, one thing that we might want to look at is something called a funnel. So the funnel kind of describes how users might move through our website, at what points they start to drop off, what types of pages they view, and then sort of how many people make it all the way through to actually completing a purchase. I can show you this funnel tree which we have here.
This is very interesting.
It's a great way to visualize how people move through the website.
Okay.
So because we've come in as a direct session, we've landed straight on the homepage. So we are right now in this little box of people. So we've landed on the homepage. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. So from here, what some people might do is bounce straight away, so they might exit the site, not view any more pages.
Okay.
So that could indicate that maybe we're not showing the most relevant content on our homepage or on whatever page they land on. We're obviously going to go a bit further through, so we'll hopefully be counted as a site entry success. Let's say we click women, clothing, and then we go on to dresses. So we've entered the website properly now, and let's say we just click on this first one here. So now what we're looking at is a PDP, so a product display page. So we have now made it onto this section of the funnel. So this is generally users who've come onto the website, seen maybe something they like, or they've got at least a bit of an intent to buy because they're looking at actual product. With this new marketing, we get an influx of new sessions. We get a lot more people on the website, so it's important to know if there are any issues on the website, basically, so where people might be falling off.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and obviously you've mentioned that this is a new country that we've started marketing to. So how do you use the data when you are starting something so new? What do you compare it to?
Yeah, well, that's a really good question. So a lot of the time we do year-on-year analysis, right? But obviously we can't really do that, especially on our marketing channels. So what we might do is choose another country which is maybe a similar market size, or maybe we expect it to have similar behaviour, maybe they have similar marketing. So I would generally compare one country to another, or one country to a group of countries, for example.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting, really, really good. Okay, cool. So am I able to have a go at doing some of this?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm a little bit out of my depth right now. Ree has just asked me to write a query to pull some data for a few different countries. So I'm doing that right now, but it's very exciting.
Cool, this is looking really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, how have you found it today?
Honestly, really interesting. I think I didn't realise quite how many things you actually do on this side of it, which has been really interesting. I've really enjoyed looking at the funnel and looking at that customer journey.
Yeah.
Didn't realise how many steps there were, and obviously what you do track from a data perspective as well. And also really loved seeing how you do compare data, and obviously the impact that must have on other teams and how that impacts business decisions. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. But what would happen realistically next after this stage?
So we've actually got a trade meeting coming up with the trade team. So this is something that we would generally pull some insights out of and take some key actionable insights to the trade meeting, potentially tell the trading managers what we found and some next steps that they can then pick up and investigate further, or take to a couple of different teams to get some actions rolling.
Fantastic. Are we going to go to that right now?
Yes.
Should we go?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
Okay, so I have just completed a meeting with the trade team and Ree. It was a great opportunity to sit down with them and to really see for myself how they all work so collaboratively together. I think what was really key for me to see was the level of detail that all the teams go into to really dive into that data and see how it can impact sales and the growth of the business as a whole. But I really loved seeing especially how Ree was such a vital part of that conversation. She offered so much advice and ideas based on the data that she'd already been looking at. So it was really great to see how everyone is such a key fundamental part of this framework. So yeah, great to see that. But next up I'm seeing Dan, and we're going to dive into AI, so wish me luck. Dan.
Hi, it's Ellie, isn't it?
It is great to meet you. How are you doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
Good,
How are you?
good. I'm great. I'm really excited actually. I've been being built up to this afternoon all day, and I cannot wait to see what you've got to show me.
You've been telling lots of things about AI.
We have indeed. But first things first, can you just tell me what your role is here at Next?
So I'm a senior data scientist. I work in eCommerce, and I'm sort of at the interface between eCommerce and the contact center. And this means that I deal with a lot of customer feedback and looking at service improvements, how we can create a better journey for our customers.
Exciting. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, as you say, I've been told that we're going to be doing something with AI. Can you give me a little flavour of what we're going to be doing today?
Of course, I've got a demo set up for us to run through some review data, so we can look at what the customers are saying about our product and look at areas that we can improve or continue to do well in that.
I'm really excited. Are you okay to start showing me now?
Of course.
Let's go.
So the product that we're looking at here is a pair of shoes, and we're going to load the data for that product in here. The first step in sort of any exploratory data analysis pipeline is to have a look at some general statistics and get a better understanding of the data. In general, very happy. Most of our reviews are 5 stars on this product.
Yeah, really good.
You can see there are a small number of negative reviews though. A slight bump in number of customers who are rating the product a 1, and this may be an indication that there's something slightly wrong with the product. When we're looking at the review text, it'd be easy if we just look at it naively to see all the positive comments and have the negative comments or the constructive criticism drowned out.
So we need to kind of have a look at maybe what is coming through here. Why are we getting negative reviews, right?
Exactly.
Is that the next step?
Yes. What we're going to do is we're going to run the full review text through a LLM pipeline, and we can prompt that pipeline to pick out specific things. So we might ask it, of the negative reviews, what are they actually telling us within those negative reviews?
And just to confirm, the LLM is?
Oh, it stands for a large language model.
Large language model,
And it's sort of an offshoot of what we'd call generative AI, which is a smaller bubble of AI or artificial intelligence. What we're looking to do is leverage their semantic understanding, that's their understanding of how sentences are constructed and the association between words, to summarize the review text that we're processing. It's asking, summarize the key themes across positive reviews for this product.
Okay, so like a normal prompt, how probably most people are used to using that, but this is obviously your own version of it.
Exactly,
oh, okay.
Yes. It just sits sort of behind the scenes and gives the AI a bit of a framing on how it should in general respond to the queries that you're handling.
Yeah, it's a very detailed prompt.
Yes,
very detailed.
And this is part of the magic of it, is prompt engineering. Perhaps this is your opportunity to start asking something of the LLM and create your own prompt.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so from what you've told me, we've got 2 shoes, right? We've got a black and a brown.
That's right.
So would it be worth asking, say, like what people specifically liked about one of the items, maybe the black shoes?
By all means, that's a great question.
Okay, let's try it. Okay, so we just shift and enter.
Shift and enter. So when we're looking across the positive reviews, the LLM has picked out these 5 or so categories. Excellent fit, high quality finish, formal appearance, comfortable and great value. And it's done what looks like a pretty good job here of identifying quite specific details about the shoes that customers are consistently bringing up.
Because suppose like you would pull this, and then this would obviously, like you say, it would go through the chains, would go through the right teams, and actually could impact a change within the product itself that would then obviously help with retention and returns on items potentially.
Yeah, this feedback will be very valuable to the product teams or
Massively.
the trade teams who influence which products get created and sold.
I mean, this is just so impressive. Thank you so much for taking me through it, Dan.
My pleasure.
So interesting. I mean, as I said earlier, I think it's really key, and it's been so clear to me now that doing all of this and actually pulling this data and using AI to help you do it not only helps efficientize things, but also helps massively impact those wider business decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's worth noting that this is just one aspect that we're using AI on. Even just in the customer feedback space, we get feedback from so many different channels, and the reviews is just one source of that. You can imagine how we're putting this tool to use across the business.
Yeah, I can only imagine how big it's going to get as well.
Yeah, absolutely huge already.
Yeah,
Plenty
amazing.
more to innovate in this space.
Definitely. But thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. But I will let you get back to this, and I will leave you to it.
Great.
Thank you. See you soon.
See you soon.
And there we have it. One very busy day with our e-commerce teams complete. It's been an amazing experience getting to meet the team and see how they work with the wider areas of the business to really help push performance and to make the company grow. The teams have been amazing with me. They've shown me their reporting systems, how they really get under the skin of the data, and how they're also pushing things like AI to, again, grow and make the business even bigger. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.